Hey there everyone, thank you so much for being here and thank you so much for watching. The reason I'm doing this video is because from time to time I have people contacting me on private and asking me if I have any security related suggestions based on their specific use case for their Synology NAS, and I try to help, but I always tell to them what I would like to tell to you. Yes, there is great content out there. Besides content on my own channel, I have my friend Frank from WonderTech and Tony from QuickTech Solutions. Both of them create excellent Synology related content that I myself learned from. I will put a link to both of their channels in the description of this video. But in my opinion, there needs to be a flow or steps. The first thing that you should do is to cover the bases using the Synology Security Advisor. Work with the advisor, mitigate all the risks, and then, once all of your bases are covered, only then go out online, on YouTube, on blog posts, collect information from several sources, and then build on top of what you've already implemented, not instead. That's the flow, and I have seen with my own eyes videos that claim to be the ultimate security guide to your Synology NAS that completely miss several basic things that the advisor would have warned you about. So without further ado, let's go out to the computer and see how to do it. Hey everyone, alright, so we are at the computer and as you can see we have a Synology DSM desktop. By the way, this Synology device is actually a virtual DSM device, and I recommend everyone, if you're pretty new to this topic, you can spin up a virtual DSM device. I have a video on my channel that describes exactly how to do it, and then what you can do is you can actually practice on this virtual DSM instance, work with the security advisor, complete the mitigation steps, and see how, if at all, it intervenes or interferes with your work, and only then, after you're comfortable enough, you can go ahead and do the Synology Security Advisor steps on your real or production device. So this device is already up and running. I've already created some deliberate security risks on it, and I want to see if the Security Advisor will help me mitigate them. So in order to launch the Security Advisor, I created a desktop shortcut, but if you don't, you can see it in the All Applications menu right here, and here is the Security Advisor. So let's go ahead and launch it. If you run it for the first time, it will ask you, are you a home user or a work and business user? By the way, this takes effect, or it defines the strictness level of the Security Advisor scanning. I'm going to go with work and business. The more it will suggest more steps, but the more I complete, the more secure my device will be. So let's go ahead and start. At this point, the Security Advisor will start scanning your system and see what security risks it identifies. Alright, so the scan has completed, and as you can see, I'm with a warning status. I have several security risks I need to take care of, and let's start to dive deep into, for example, the system portion of the advisor. And for example, the Security Advisor tells me that I have the do not allow DSM to be embedded with iframe. I don't even need to know or understand what exactly does that say. I'll click on view, and it gives me the details, enabling, for example, enabling this option prevents unauthorized actions to be performed via iframe. It explains to me what is the risk. So after I understand what is the risk, if I want to mitigate it, it will even tell me or take me to the control panel where I can actually make the change or to select the do not allow DSM to be embedded with iframe. So let's click on the link provided by the advisor. And here is the setting we need to change. I will select it and click apply. Alright, I can close out of here. And now, just to see if we can see if the Security Advisor has identified that I mitigated this risk, I'll click on scan. And as you can see now, it's gotten a green check mark, meaning that the Security Advisor has really identified that this risk has been mitigated. Let's do another one together. Auto block is disabled. Let's click on view. It tells me the auto block feature blocks IP addresses with too many failed login attempts. This to me seems a pretty important risk to mitigate. So it tells me, please enable the option enable auto block in the auto block settings. Again, let's go ahead and go to control panel and enable auto block. And just like that, step by step, the security advisor walks me through and guides me how to mitigate risks on my NAS. Let's do another one from a different, let's say, portion or area. Let's, for example, take account. It tells me that password strength rule do not meet requirements. Let's dive deep into that. I can decide if I want to mitigate this risk. On the other hand, I can close out of here and click on skip. I'm sure. On the contrary, in this step, I know the risk. I know what the recommendation is. But for me, for example, in my specific environment, I do not want to enable password complexity for my own reasons. Maybe I have, for example, enabled the 2FA, so I'm feeling more confident about that. So that's how you mitigate risks in Security Advisor, and that's how you acknowledge or skip a Security Advisor recommendation. And that's the whole, actually, all there is to it. If we go to advanced, we can switch between home or work profiles, and that's again changes the strictness. Since we clicked on skip on some recommendation, it automatically moves us to a custom profile in order to not repeat, to warn us about the password complexity. Another thing we can do with the Security Advisor that I recommend that you do is to enable the schedule, or at least it's on by default. Make sure you enable it to scan schedule, and every once in a while go back to the Security Advisor and make sure nothing new has came up. And if you want the Security Advisor to actually export a report for you, you can select a storage location, which is just a shared folder it will drop the report onto. And actually, that's all there is to it, to the Security Advisor. So it's very, let's say, not complex or complicated to work with, but it's definitely important. It's super important. I cannot stress this enough. And definitely do the Security Advisor before anything else that you find online. Cover your bases, guys. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will adopt the Security Advisor and follow the instructions, and I hope to see you all on my next video. Thanks, everyone.